Hey, what's up, family? Got another good one for you. This is dealing with finance as well. Unlike the last videos called "Can You Afford That Car Payment?", this one for all you guys that buying that motorcycle or whatever else other financial gain you're looking to get, and you're thinking that little teeny payment you could afford it and it won't affect you, but you never looked at the summation of everything, and somehow you got caught up in chicanery. So we're gonna title this one for all you guys about to get that little payment for whatever. But in most cases, I'm gonna talk about buying that motorcycle because I remember it happened to me. I mean, I didn't fall for it, but I seen so many unfortunately fall for this. And what I mean by this, watch this. Can you afford that motorcycle payment? Now check this out. I remember way back in the days when I first bought my motorcycle in '05, right? I remember my bike cost 10 grand. Now let's give you some numbers, right? It cost 10. Like I said, I love doing the board to actually give you a number, something to go on. My motorcycle had cost $10,000, right? And I remember when I went to the dealership to get my bike, they had this big banner outside their dealership. Inside, as soon as you walk in, they had this big poster with one of the bike riders, it was a professional bike rider who raced bikes. They had a poster of him next to a bike, and it said 99. It said $99, $99.99. That's what it said. It said $99.99. Yeah, that's what it said. It said $99.99 monthly payment. Right? When you went to the dealership for this $10,000 bike, they said all you gotta pay is $99.99 a month. $100, right? Most people go, oh man, it's only $100. I could afford that. See? Once again, what they was doing is this here. Running chicanery on you. Chicanery. Now, if you look up the word chicanery, as always, you know I love to give y'all a word of the day. That's the word of the day. Chicanery. Now, if you look up the word chicanery, you mostly will hear that in political settings. It's when someone's pulling some type of trickery or deceiving somebody for a political gain, political or financial gain. That's where you will mostly hear it. But what it simply means is to deceive somebody, deception. You trying to trick somebody. And what I mean by that is, I remember in that dealership, the bike cost $10,000. They had this big banner and a big poster as soon as you walk in that said, you could get any bike in here, and all you gotta pay is $99.99 a month. That's $100, right? But on that banner, over to the side of the banner was the fine print. See, this is where you guys must always pay attention. Read everything before you sign anything. Let me just repeat that again for you. Read everything before you sign anything. Pay attention. Now look at the chicanery. They said $99.99 a month for any bike in the store, right? So, but the chicanery part was that fine print. The fine print said you have to pay the bike off within 5 years, otherwise the interest would skyrocket. Most people didn't even bother to read that, especially young heads. They just so happy, oh man, this is the bike I wanted. This is the bike I was gonna get, man. They said I could get it for only $99. See, you got so excited and emotional, you didn't bother to read the fine print. Now, watch this. If you remember what it said, you have to pay it off within 5 years. Otherwise, the interest rate will go up. Let's do the math. If you only paying $100 a month, there's 12 months in a year, right? So if you pay $100 a month, that will only come to $1,200, right? $1,200. If you pay $100 every month, right? Y'all need to see this. 100 per month, right? If you only paid that lousy, if you fell for the chicanery, meaning the deception of thinking that you really was only gonna pay $100 a month, but remember what they said, you gotta pay this off within 5 years. You got to pay that $10,000 off within 5 years. Now let's do the math. If you paid $100 per month, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, November, October, December, right? So that's $1,200 per year. If you're only making the bare minimum payment, that's what they want you to do. Because this is how they pull the chicanery on you, and then they capitalize on your naiveness or your ignorance. Remember, ignorant does not mean stupid. Ignorant means you do not know. That's another one of my videos. Pull it up. It's called just that, ignorant. But anyway, so if you paid only $100 a month, that comes to, in 1 year, because it's 12 months in a year, that comes to $1,200, right? Remember, they say you got to pay this off. You got to pay this off in 5 years. So if you're only paying $100 per month, that's only $1,200 in 1 year. Okay, what's 12 times 5? 5 representing the years. The $1,200 is what you pay per year. Do simple math. Remember, when you was back in school, what's 12 times 5? 60. So that means if you only paid $1,200 per year for the next 5 years, you would have only paid $6,000. You would only pay $6,000. They told you, you have to pay this off within 5 years. Yeah, it sounds sweet to say only $99 a month. Oh, it's so easy, $99 a month. But you have to pay this off, $10,000, within 5 years. Okay, you only paid the bare minimum every month for 5 years. Now you realize 5 years later, you still owe $4,000. And you know what happened to this $99 now? It done skyrocket. The interest, instead of you paying $100, instead of you paying $100 a month now, it done went up to something like $215 a month, or some crazy number, whatever makes sense to you. But the point is, it's no longer going to be $99.99. It's going to skyrocket. That interest went up because the chicanery that they pulled on you was your naiveness, your ignorance to pay attention. So what did I say earlier in the video? Read everything before you pay anything or before you sign anything. Let me say that again for you. Read everything before you sign anything. Look at the chicanery. $10,000 bill. We told you, you only got to pay $99 a month. That's easy, right? It's only $100. But you have to pay it off within 5 years. It's no big deal. Just got to pay it off in 5 years. Okay? If I don't pay it off in 5 years, it's no big deal. You'll do that. It's no big deal. But if you don't, the interest rate go up. But it's no big deal. It's a nice bike, isn't it? It's a really nice bike. See, they make sure that you're not paying attention. But what if I don't pay it off in 5 years? Hey, don't worry about that. I'm sure you'll just send in more payments. But just remember, you only have to send in $99. But if you don't, it'll just increase slightly. Don't worry about it. Yeah, see, they tell you all the chicanery. Remember, deception, deceiving you. Because they want you to only pay this in 5 years. Because the moment you do, they gonna bank on you. Falling for this. Because now, instead of paying $10,000, I'm gonna tell you one or two things that's gonna happen. By the time you pay it off with this high interest rate now, that go up, instead of $10,000, you're gonna, for a bike that costs $10,000, you're gonna wind up paying $15,000, $18,000. I've known people that done it. That's one way to look at it. The other way to look at it is they coming and they're gonna repo your doggone vehicle. You imagine that? You done gave up $6,000. You basically just threw it away. You was doing a rental. That's what you was doing. You just gave them $6,000. You can't keep up with payment. They repoed your bike. All because you didn't read everything. Like I said, for the third time, I'm gonna say it again. Read everything before you sign anything. Don't let chicanery be your ignorance. Don't let their chicanery be your ignorance. Read it all. Don't fall for this. Didn't it sound sweet? $99 a month? But you got to pay it off in 5 years. You got to pay that off in 5 years. But if you don't, if 5 years only come to $6,000, it's simple math. It's simple math. If you only pay $100 per month, that's $1,200 a year. $1,200 a year 5 years in a row is only $6,000. You still owe $4,000. Now, the very next day, that payment you used to get in the mail every month that says $99, it done jumped up to $215, double, whatever. So like I said, at the end of the day, you're gonna find out you paying double what that bike is worth, or they coming to repo it. Don't let that be your foolishness. As I said on the last video, I got your back. Watch these videos. Because this gonna make you smarter. This gonna make you wiser. This gonna let you say, yo, y'all not getting me with your chicanery, you grifters at those dealerships. You're not fooling me. I got somebody that got my back. Peace.